There you go. Welcome back, guys. We're back on Broken Iron. We're back on Soul Nations, but we have Broken Iron. So introduce yourself, Miss Brandy.
My name is Brandi Flores, and I run Brokeniron Tax, and we are a part of Brokeniron Training. Brokeniron Training is a nonprofit organization, and as you know, we do powerlifting and coaching. But part of Brokeniron Training, and that's my part, and it's just been a passion of mine for a long time, is tax preparation. So we added that to Brokeniron Training. So it's Brokeniron Tax, which is also part of a nonprofit.
Just so you guys know, they did do my taxes, and God bless your heart. I'm so happy. I was so happy when I got my taxes. And you do offline, especially right now. I mean, you do online, especially because of right now and the whole COVID-19 and quarantine going on. So I know you're doing it online. How
Yeah.
can they get in contact with you, just so people know?
Well, I've got a website. It's brokenirontax.com. And my email address, there's a contact form on the website, but my email address is brandy@brokenirontax.com. Another email address is brokenirontax at gmail.com as well. My phone number, you can get in touch with me on by phone as well, 760-217-4311. But yeah, it's always been a passion of mine. I've always done my family's taxes and my taxes, and
My
prior
taxes.
to becoming prior to doing it legit, I've always done everybody's taxes that I know. And so last year I decided to become certified through the state and the IRS, and it
Which is
was a
so
lot
cool.
harder than I expected it to be.
But it was a good thing when you did it though.
Oh yeah.
I was so happy with it because she she did mine last year's. You did mine last year's, and then you did mine this year's. So she redid mine, and I ended up getting way more money back because when I told her the amount that I got, or I ended up paying, I think, and she's like, I think it was something like that, right? Where I paid, or I got like $10 back, like a penny,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
I think it was like $17 or something, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
yeah,
Yeah,
the last person that did them, I don't think they really cared. They were like,
yeah,
this is fine. Like, this is perfect.
yeah, yeah, and I think I see that a lot too, and I actually offer that as a service, for somebody that has questioned their prior year tax return, because the IRS allows you to go back 3 years to refile. And so I offer that as a service. If you question the amount that you've gotten in the last 3 years, or if you forgot to include a W-2 or just anything, you can go back and refile for 3 years. And so when I saw yours, I'm like, no, 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 that doesn't sound right. Let's go ahead and refile. And so one thing that I've seen with some of the tax preparers that are out there, and I don't mean the ones that just simply don't have the information in front of them, because if you don't have the information, of course you're not going to be able to get the client the maximum amount of money possible. But I think a lot of these people are just overworked. They're just tired, and then they've probably been doing it for years and years, and so they want to get through it as quickly as
I'm like, this is
possible.
fine. This
So
is
they just
perfect. Yeah.
yeah,
But it
punch
sucks.
in the numbers and get them out the door.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally, I think I was done in like maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't
But
even.
I'm kind of different. I'm different in the sense that prior to doing this, I spent 20 years as a grant writer. And so creative writing and really just working with money and trying to get the maximum amount possible for, at that time, a nonprofit organization, or more than one nonprofit organizations, was my passion. And so I know how to word things a certain way, or I know how to work the money a certain way, to get the most possible for the
Yeah. Yeah.
organization.
And it's worth it. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's worth it.
yeah. See, to me, it's fun. I get excited thinking about it. So.
And it's what was I gonna say? It's really important right now to get your taxes done, huh? For 2019.
It is, especially with the stimulus money that's out there, the CARES Act that just got passed by the state or the House and the government. Because if you made less money in 2019 than you did in 2018, so you may not qualify for the full $1,200 per individual in 2019. They'll go back to 2018 if you didn't file your 2019 taxes. So if you made more money in 2018 than you did in 2019, it's really important to get your filing done now so that you get the maximum amount of money that you can from the stimulus money that's coming out.
Okay.
So if you haven't filed, get it done quick. I know they're talking about the first round of direct deposits going through in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully,
Yeah.
fingers
Hopefully,
crossed.
I'm like, okay.
So many of us need it right now. So so it's really important to get those filings done if you have it.
And I'm pretty sure, like, at least what I don't want to overshoot it, but at least 90% of the people are, like 95% of the people are going to receive one, right? A certain check.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, for a single individual, you have to make more than 75,000 a year in your adjusted gross income to even start to get a reduction in that $1,200. So you got to be making some pretty decent money to even
I'm
get to
fine.
that.
I'm fine. I'm gonna get that checked.
Yeah. I think we all pretty. I think we're all gonna get the 1,200.
Everyone's gonna get them. We're pretty much solid right now. So
But then another reason too, if you haven't filed your 2019 yet, and you have a different checking account than you did in 2018, and to file is the IRS is going to use your 2018 banking information to do the direct deposit. And what's going to happen is if you have a different account, it's going to get kicked back before they send you out a paper check. So it's just going to delay
it's
you
really
getting your
important
money.
for you to get onto that. Just jump on that like real quick. Yeah, I think I was reading somewhere, and I might be wrong, but I don't know if you know. But if you have a kid, you have kids, you do get more money, right?
Yeah, it's $500 per child under the age of 16.
Damn.
So, yeah. Weird cutoff, right? Because you would expect, because of the earned income credit, it would be like 19 and below,
Mhm.
but it's 16 for some weird reason, as if they
That
quit
sucks
90.
because a lot of kids coming back from college and stuff, I don't think they qualify either. That sucks, man. Mm-mm. Can I claim my dog?
I've got a couple horses here that eat eat a lot, so I
You
wish
can,
I could.
you can claim the chicken. You can claim the chicken.
Right, claim the chickens. I got a couple cats. I wish they had social security numbers.
I'll make one up for my dog right now. You
Right.
know what, Randy? I want to redo my 2019 taxes.
Yeah, exactly. So one thing that I did start doing, and I've been doing it for friends, because we have such a trust. But one thing that I started doing with the COVID-19 is is basically double and triple password protecting everything on my computer, email, and of course, my tax software program is very, very well protected, so that I can start accepting all of my clients' information, financial and tax information online, so that I can do the entire filing without having to meet face to face.
It's really
Because
important right now. You cut off. I can't hear you.
did it cut off?
Yeah, oh, there you go.
Okay. It keeps everyone safe, and then it also protects very confidential information. So my computer is of course password protected. My emails double password protected. My software program itself is triple password protected. So someone would have to be
Pretty savvy.
smart to get into that information. So, and then all of the information prior to e-filing gets docu-signed. So it makes it really easy to do your taxes without having to go face to face with my company. So that's kind of nice. I don't know if H&R Block and those businesses are open or if it's just by appointment only or not. But through Brokeniron Tax, it's pretty easy to do everything without going face to face.
And I think, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think the difference of you doing it and H&R Block or whatever doing it is that you're going to go into depth with getting really into doing your taxes. You're not going to be like, click, click, click. Okay, that's it. You're out. You're going to say, no, let's go back through the year. Because that's what you did with me. That's what you've done with the people that have gone with you. Because I know the people that, some of the ones that have worked with you. So I think there's a difference. I mean, it's worth it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like people should visit you and let you know, hey, let's get that money.
I spend on average, and I drive myself crazy because I'm so like I don't know what that's called when you're overly into something, but I spend like OCD, I guess. I spend on average about 5 to 6 hours per tax return just going into so much detail. I make sure that there are no credits or deductions that person could possibly get.
And that's literally what you've done with like me, my family, and everyone else. Like you'll hit me up at the end of the day, and you're like, "Here it is," and I'm like, "Woo!"
Right? I mean, I count every little tiny thing that I could possibly count. I mean, like I know the work that you do for a living, and I mean, I'm like, I count every pencil that you have to buy, every piece of paper that you have to buy for your students. I mean, it's like, I mean, I count every mile you put on your car. I mean, just I try.
That's what it should be. It should be, right?
Yeah, because if you can count it as a deduction for your work, it's too easy for a person to go into a tax preparation place and say, "Here's my W-2, and I'll be back in an hour," or have a seat and 10 minutes later sign your documents, and end up with walking out with $800 tax return when you've paid $5,000 in taxes throughout the year. When you should be able to claim every little tiny thing that you put into
You work, you deserve it, right?
working on. I feel like your taxes that you pay throughout the year should basically be a loan to the government, and then you should get it back at the end of the year. That's the way I feel. I mean, I love our country, but I feel like
yeah,
we should get it back at the end of the year.
Some people are putting 60 hours, 80 hours a week. They deserve that.
Yeah, and we need it. We need it to take care of our families, and we have.
You cut off again.
Am I back?
There you go.
I think it's my computer. So, but yeah, I feel like it's so important for us to get that money back at the end of the year, and that's why I take it so seriously. I think it does the person an injustice when we just run their W-2s through. So anyway, that's my passion. So.
Going all day.
I know. I can seriously talk about this forever because I feel so passionately about it. So
I mean, for the people that are trying to sign up and everything, I will be putting her link in my bio on not on Brokeniron, I'm sorry, on Soul Nation Bros. I'm gonna put it there so people can go on my page and they'll hit it up and they'll go ahead and sign up and get things going already.
and I know that times are tough right now financially for everyone. And so one of the other services that I offer is you can take the fee out of your tax return. So I do offer banking products that offers no money up front. So if that is something that appeals to you, as it would to me right now, you can take the fee out of your tax return.
And it's so much,
So that makes sense.
yeah, because I know a lot of us don't have the money right now.
Right.
It's realistic.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't have the money, can't pay that amount of money in order to get their taxes done, which a lot of people want to, but they can't. So I think the fact that you're offering that opportunity, saying, okay, I'll do your taxes and don't worry about paying me, because once the taxes come in, that's the money that I'll get paid with. That's what I get paid with. I
Yeah.
work with that. It's cool.
Now, yeah, and I don't have control over those fees because that's the bank. The bank charges those fees. I think it's like $90 or something like that. And if I could offer it for free, I would. But that's the only thing I don't have control over, those fees. My fees, if I do all the itemizing and I, basically go through everything with a fine tooth comb, it
But,
costs about $150, or something for my fees. But usually it stays around there.
but
I don't, and states included in
I think
it.
it's
So
perfect, because $150 to get another 2 grand extra
yeah,
because you took your time. I think it's yeah. When you told me, I'm like, no, that's perfect. I mean, you got me
yeah.
on back. Yeah, that's uh-huh.
I think when I was going to H&R Block, that's about what I was paying for state and federal, because they don't include state in theirs. I think they charge extra for state, and I
Yeah.
just throw it in for free. But I think I was paying like 100 or 100 and something when I was going through them anyway. So
And it,
they were just running the W-2 through without even trying.
just to get $600 instead of the 5 grand you're supposed to get,
Right. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
literally you end up with 4 grand instead of, I mean, $400 instead of, like the 4,900 or whatever.
I usually offer people, like, I can just run your W-2 for 100, or I can, like, I'll text the person and say, for another $50, I can like itemize everything for you. And I've never been turned no, or didn't, I've never been told no yet. So,
Yeah.
and like after looking at everything, I could probably get you like $2,000 for $50. Everybody says yes. So
You told me, I'm like, yeah, no, don't.
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
What am I gonna say? Oh no, I don't want money back. Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. No, you keep your money.
Keep that money. Ew. No, I want my money. I want my money. So how's Broken Iron going right now? Because like training, good. Because
It's,
I
yeah,
know I know the competitions have stopped right now, and I know it sucks. Because I mean my competition's postponed.
yeah, we just postponed 5 meets yesterday and the day before. It's been really tough. It's been really tough. And we feel, I mean, our hearts go out to everybody who has been training for meets, and then it gets postponed. And even when it gets postponed, we don't know for certain that that date's going to stick. So we're doing our very best to postpone them for a time that we're pretty sure that it's going to stick.
Yeah,
And then trying also to set it for a date that allows people for, a nice little training block too.
I think so.
So
That's what I saw it as. I was like,
yeah,
that's cool. That means I can shoot for my next number before I compete. That way, a little more preparation.
like yesterday, we postponed our April and May meets, but we postponed them for like I think it was July and August,
Okay.
and quite a ways out. But we're hoping that we're doing people a service by allowing them like a 6 to 8 week period where they can get a training block in after their gyms reopen.
That's what I thought.
So
I took it as I was like,
that's
that just means I get my next numbers before I compete.
Yeah, yeah. And so far, we've gotten a lot of appreciation, feedback. We've gotten some positive feedback from that, and we've gotten some people that needed to transfer just because that particular date didn't work for them. But for the most part, we've gotten a lot of support and a lot of positive feedback. We're definitely on the lifters' side. We have a lot of empathy.
Yeah.
We understand us included. It's really hard managing all these meets and not knowing where tomorrow is going to be. Financially, we've taken a really hard hit on because this is our business.
Yeah, that is the business. It's cutting off again.
Come back.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, so we understand that it's, everybody is having a hard time with it. So we're in it together.
yeah. And you know what? I think it's a good thing that you're extending it because due to the quarantine, I know a lot of people are staying at home, getting a little fluffy, and they're not at weight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is a good time to start cutting down so they can make weight instead of having it
Yeah.
crazy a couple weeks, days before.
Exactly.
So I know. So the Zoom only gives me a certain amount of time. So anything else you want to plug in or anything you want to say before we get off?
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Brandi.
And uh, tell your family hi
I will.
and brokenirontax.com.
And guys, again, I'll put my her link in my bio on Soul Nation Bros, so you can go ahead and go on the website and sign up and do what you got to do because we want that stimulus check, guys. Come on. All right. Bye, Brandi.
All right. Bye, Juan. Thank you.
See you.